Aw, animals.
Human's best friend to the rescue. A family dog in Australia has proved again why dogs are a human's best friend when he's stuck by a toddler who got lost in the bushland overnight. Reported by Australia's ABC News, 3-year-old Aurora was reported missing at around 3 p.m. on Friday after she wandered off from her home in Cherry Gully. A search team made up with emergency service workers and local volunteers went out to look for Aurora and resumed the search at early Saturday. Luckily, Max, a 17-year-old blue heeler who is deaf and partially blind, followed Aurora and stayed by her side as she slept outdoors while temperatures dropped to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. It was Liza Bennett, Aurora's mother, who faintly heard her responding after she shouted out to her granddaughter while searching on Saturday morning. Fortunately, the elderly Max led Liza and police to Aurora, who only suffered small cuts and scratches. Queensland police were so impressed with Max's loyalty, they have made him an honorary police dog. You go, Max. All hail the dogs.
Heroic dog saves owner's life. 2017 started out horribly for one Michigan man who spent New Year's Day injured and helpless in the snow. Luckily, it was man's best friend to the rescue. At 10:30 p.m. on December 31st, Bob ran out to get another log for his fire when he slipped and fell on the ice, breaking his neck. Unable to move, he screamed for help, but with the nearest neighbor a quarter-mile away, it was his golden retriever Kelsey that ran to his side. The temperature dipped to freezing, but Kelsey stayed by Bob, barking for help and licking his face and hands to keep him warm. The 64-year-old lost consciousness, but Kelsey's howling eventually got the attention of a neighbor, who finally discovered Bob 20 hours later. He was rushed to the hospital, where a doctor performed emergency surgery to save him. Now recovering nicely, Bob claims he owes his life to two heroes, his dog and his doctor.
Family dog dies protecting baby from fire. On Sunday night, a loyal canine proved once again why dogs are man's best friend. Polo gave his own life to save 8-month-old Viviana Peremski, who was caught in a house fire. Viviana's mother Erica had stepped outside to go to her car when the fire started. Polo refused to leave the house and instead remained inside to protect Viviana, who was upstairs in the bedroom. As the fire raged throughout the house, Polo covered Viviana with his body to protect her from the flames. It took the firefighters 30 minutes to bring the fire under control. They found Polo in the room with the baby. Paramedics were able to resuscitate Viviana at the scene, but she remains in serious condition with severe burns on her face, arm and sides. Polo did not survive. A GoFundMe page has been set up by a Good Samaritan to help the family finance baby Viviana's treatment.
Loyal dog waits for lost owner after landslide buries village. More than 90 people remain missing following a devastating landslide that has rocked a Chinese village. On the morning of June 24th, heavy rain sent rocks tumbling down on villagers in Maoxin County. The Chinese government has deployed roughly 3,000 workers to locate the injured and the deceased. One rescuer in particular has been dogged in his attempts to see his family again. This little dog, sitting atop a pile of rubble in Shinmo village, likely waiting for his missing owner. Dogs were a big part of the rescue efforts this weekend. Some were sent by wire across raging rivers, while others were carried by fire crews trekking up boulders, looking to sniff out survivors. This dog's efforts were so intense, he reportedly collapsed from exhaustion. While rescue workers continue to search to find the dog's owner and the others trapped, hopes fade with each passing minute. Sichuan province is a known earthquake zone, an 8.0 magnitude tremor in 2008 having resulted in close to 70,000 deaths.
Loyal dog protects injured doggy friend on snowy train track for 2 days. An injured dog that was stranded on snowy train tracks near Uzhhorod in Ukraine was watched over by her loyal friend for 2 days until help arrived. Local resident Denis Mulafiev found the two dogs named Lucy and Panda on December 26th. Panda became cautious when the dogs were approached. Mulafiev said on Facebook that Panda took care of Lucy by curling up next to her. Both of them would press themselves against the tracks when trains passed over them. Malofeyev said Panda took care of Lucy and never abandoned her during their 2 days on the train tracks. The dogs were taken to an animal protection center, where Lucy received medical attention. Thankfully, according to Malofeyev, she only sustained bruises and hematomas. So it's not exactly clear why the dogs stayed on the tracks. The Animal Protection Center found the dogs' owners, and the doggies were returned to them. In a recent Facebook update, Malofeyev noted that not all people would do what Panda did for Lucy.